Hello, this is Ihear. We are the Earthquake Mechanics group at University of Michigan. So in this less than 10 minutes talk, we will show you what we're going to present in AGU this year. And the talks are organized by time. So our first talk here is given by Amir Salaree.
Hi, my name is Amir. I'm a postdoc in Ihear's lab. I'm going to give a talk on December at 14:05 PST. So we are all familiar with tsunamis as a result of megathrust earthquakes, but the question is, what if the earthquake rupture is very large or the continent next to it is very, very narrow? Could the tsunami be actually created also in that on the other side of the continent, or as it's called, the back arc basin? We've used a large number of tsunami simulations in order to study that and found out that the most important factor affecting these tsunamis is the fault dip angle. We've used these results in order to study the tsunami hazard from Oaxaca earthquake in the Gulf of Mexico. Next person in line is Dongdong.
Hey, it's Dongdong from University of Michigan, and my poster will be on December 9. So in this poster, we are evaluating the potential impact of increasing water level around Great Lakes on local seismicity. To evaluate this, we first identify events around this region, and we do find a variety of event types from local earthquakes to regional ones, as well as anthropogenic events. We also measure the column stress change associated with the water level fluctuation, and we find positive column stress change at shallow crust. So our next speaker in the line is Amir.
Hi, Amir again. So I'm giving another talk on December 10th, 1925 PST. Here we have looked at the Cascadia tsunamis, and we have used rupture and tsunami simulations for a large range of earthquake scenarios to find the most hazardous portions of the subduction zone and from a tsunami standpoint. And we found that the central segments of the subduction zone actually create more widespread and more hazardous tsunamis. Also, we found that the difference between tsunamis from magnitude upper 8 earthquakes and lower 9, probably 9.2 as the largest scenario, is very small. Next person in line would be Prithvi.
Hi, I'm Prithvi Thakur, and I'd like to invite you to attend my talk on December 10th, where I'm going to talk about the effects of coseismic damage accumulation and interseismic healing of fault damage zones using fully dynamic earthquake cycle simulations. We will discuss how the structural maturity of strike slip fault zones can influence the fault slip behavior, earthquake recurrence, and the stressing history, and how we can explore them using 2D numerical models. In particular, we show that interseismic healing can be a viable physical mechanism for slip rate heterogeneities in the immature fault zones, which can, for example, include slow slip, variable creep rates, or afterslip within the previously ruptured region. We also demonstrate that pulse-like ruptures associated with mature fault zones can overcome such heterogeneities, resulting in a more regular sequence of earthquakes. And the next person in line is Xian.
Hi, I'm Xian. My presentation will be on December 11. Accretion wedge and sedimentary layer are two low velocity sediment structures overlying continental plate near change. During the 2011 Tohoku-Oki earthquake, the coexistence of the two structures greatly enhances fault slip and greatly amplifies the ground motions inside and near the accretion wedge. But for a smaller earthquake scenario in which the rupture doesn't reach the accretion wedge, the enhancement effect on fault slip is very limited, but the amplification effect on ground motion is significant, especially at a further distance from the change. Next person is Marlon.
Hello, my name is Marlon, and on my AGU talk in the Modeling and Imaging Complex Rupture session, I will show fully dynamic 3D earthquake simulations for the Cascadia subduction zone that are the first of its kind. These simulations are constrained by geodetic coupling models and are used to show what conditions may allow margin-wide ruptures to develop. This study highlights the sensitivity of updip frictional behavior and relative dynamic stress drop amplitude on the final earthquake size. In particular, gamma-type stress distributions can generate margin-wide ruptures more easily, which suggests higher seismic hazard if these models represent the true state of slip deficit on the Cascadia megathrust. The next person is Amir.
Hi, Amir again. So I'm also going to give a talk in one of the union sessions called Science for Solutions. And in that talk, I'm going to talk about, again, some modeling of the Cascadia tsunamis. And the question is, should we alone prepare ourselves for the worst case tsunami scenario, which is probably going to be from magnitude 9.2? And we found that the answer is no. From my previous talk, as I mentioned, there is very small difference between what we can do from magnitude 9.2 and magnitude 9, for example. And you can use this information to lower your sort of preparedness threshold in order to making all sort of mitigation policies.
The next person is Jinxing.
Hello, I'm Jinxing and my talk will be on earthquake imaging, which is known as back projection. Back projection produces a movie of an earthquake structure which propagates through the Earth's crust like the tearing of a piece of paper. The method works by collapsing circles to find the source at the center of the circle and track the rupture progress. However, back projection images have large uncertainty and artifacts. Hence, we developed a method called frequency difference back projection that simulates lower frequencies to locate sources better. Our simulations show that this method has the potential to improve earthquake back projection. Next up is Ihear.
Hello, this is Ihear. So I'm going to talk about Beauty and the Beast simple burn source model applied to complex earthquakes in session S058 on December 15. As shown by this figure, the burn source model has been applied to a wide range of earthquakes. And in this talk, I will show you how this consistent application of the burn source model and spectral ratio approach can help us understand the dependency of the stress drop on fault shear strength. I will also show you the recent research progress on reducing the corner frequency uncertainty and also understanding the corner frequency for complex earthquake ruptures. The next person is Mei Chen.
Hi, I'm Mei Chen. My research is to investigate how burn source model characterize multi-sub-event earthquakes, and my poster would be on December 15. We first decomposed source time functions in Cascadia dataset to validate that moderate to small earthquakes can also have complex sources. We then synthesize waveforms of constructed source time functions and find that the fitted corner frequency based on burn source model is more related to the largest sub-event. Next person is Ihear.
Hello, this is Ihear again. So I'm talking about investigating the relationship between fault damage zones and earthquakes through earthquake cycle simulations in session T056 on December 16th. So we know that the fault actually undergoes, slow deformation during millions of years, and during the same time, earthquakes occur either on the major fault and on the secondary fault structures. So they all contribute to this formation of the fault damage zones. And in this talk, I will show you how these fault damage zones actually cause this variability in earthquake sizes, hypocenter locations, and recurrence intervals. I will also show that in the immature fault zones, the sleep rate is very heterogeneous, and we also see more occurrence of the slow sleep events. Thank you.